additions?
Yeah.
Okay. Eight quarters here today, huh? Oh, they can.
Bonjour, good morning. We'll get started. Welcome, everybody. We'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please. Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
In lieu of invocation, we'll have a moment of silence. Miigwech. Thank you. Approval of the agenda, Corey?
We have 3 additions. One, the Vermilion LIC is requesting for us to approve a bid. They have 3 bids for a vehicle. And Kim has 2 items, a per cap distribution date and a budget date. That is all.
Per cap and what?
Per capita distribution date and a budget date.
Okay, any other additions? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the agenda with those additions. Hold on here.
I don't think so.
Hang on, we have a question here from Mr. Toodleoff.
Christina, we set aside rice for both Vermilion and Lake Powell's, correct?
There's plenty of rice, yeah, not necessarily set aside, but, for the Nett Lake Powell programs had, yes, purchased for donation.
Then I won't put it on the agenda.
Okay.
We'll ask for from programs.
Okay. Okay, do we have a motion to approve the agenda with additions? Moved by Ray, is there a second? Second by Dave, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Approval of minutes from the special meeting of the Tribal Council held June 6th at Nett Lake. Move to approve the June 18th, is it 18th? June 6th meeting minutes made by Ray. Is there a second? Second by Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Introduction of new staff.
Introductions of new staff.
Yeah.
All right, we have Derek Strong here, our new conservation officer. He started on May 14th, and he will be going down to the Indian Police Academy on September 17th. And Tara, the DNR director, will be his immediate supervisor.
Hey.
Cool. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
You too, Derek. Okay, we have the consent agenda next. We have authorized Nett Lake Youth Center teens to hold two 50-50 raffles to raise money for a trip to Valley Fair. Authorized Vermilion Youth Center teens to hold two 50-50 raffles to raise money for a trip to Valley Fair. Approved sole source request from Randy Long to purchase hardware maintenance server system from Compudyne in the amount of $9,529.93 for health administration. Approved 2018 Early Head Start COLA grant to purchase copier, security cameras, laminator, and a laptop. Approved 2018 Head Start COLA grant to purchase copier, security cameras, laminator, and a laptop. Approved request from Billie Mason to sole source contract with Anton Treuer to be the instructor for the 2018 Summer Anishinaabe Language Immersion Camp being held June 29th and 30th in the amount of $8,500. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Moved by David, is there a second? Second by Ray, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Okay, first we have Pam Hughes with an amendment to the agreement we've already approved with Sheree Moldenhauer.
Morning, Pam.
Good morning. So what I'm asking for is the approval of the amendment to Cherie's contract. And Mark did approve this. He just had, one of the questions was this a total new amount, or did it include the amount from the last contract? So it includes it from the beginning of the contract to August 11th.
So that's not to exceed 24,900. What was the additional amount?
The amount in A was 11,200 to begin with. The amount in B was the 1,500, and the amount in C was originally 6,000.
So you have additional funding to cover these services?
Yes.
And maybe just for the, excuse me, Rex, just for the audience's knowledge of what is Cherie's contract for?
She is currently providing our chemical dependency services, and then also Rule 25s in, is it Sherburne or Stearns County Jail?
Sherburne.
Okay, so she provides the Rule 25s there. I am currently working on redoing the CD counselor position because the term chemical dependency is gonna go away, and it's going to be SUD for substance use disorder. So I am re-looking at the job description, making a couple revisions, and then sending it in to see if those revisions will be approved, so we can post for a position.
Okay.
So I just saw this contract now, but I'm just thinking those figures have doubled in two of the categories.
Yep.
A and C, does that mean we're gonna get twice as much time from her or?
Yes.
Or more?
Yes.
Okay.
I know
And
that,
she does, you know, like, she enters into our Epic system, so she's familiar with all of that. She's actually, because we've been wanting to revamp our program, so I've been working with Cherie, and that's currently happening within our outpatient, where it is now more the culture and the traditions.
I know that we added Cherie to assist with the Rule 25s for those individuals ordered by court. And she will perform those down at Sherburne County, so they can be done right away.
Yes.
Rather than waiting for them to come up to Nett Lake, where we have limited time for limited staff to do the Rule 25. So that's another additional service that we're getting. Any other questions for Pam on the amendment to agreement with Cherie Moldenhauer? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the amendment to the agreement.
Move.
Moved by Travis, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ray, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Thank you.
Good job, Pam, thank you.
Okay, next we had the donations. The first one is, we left blank on there because I know the tribal council, has given the caregivers and elders conference $1,000 in the past, so, that's why we left it blank. It's up to you guys.
Kim, is there money in donations to cover that cost? You guys wanna go with that? What do you boys, what do you guys want to give to the Elders Caregiver Conference?
I'll move for 1,000.
Okay. Motion to approve $1,000 donation to the Minnesota Indian Area Agency on Aging Caregivers and Elders Conference made by Brandon. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Travis. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
And the other ones, they recommend $100 for the Wounded Warrior Project, $200 for the Northwoods Friends of the Arts, $100 for the Tower Sedan 4th of July celebration, 5 pounds of wild rice donation to the William C. Hyam Medical Foundation summer benefit, $100 to the Division of Indian Work Quay Strong Triathlon, and a denial for the Unity Conference in California, because we'd never send any kids there anyway.
Let's do a blanket motion for the donation approvals first. Do we have a motion to approve the donations that were listed by Corey from the Wounded Warriors Project down to the Division of Indian Work 2018 Quay Strong Triathlon?
Just so we're clear, it's Quay Strong. No, you guys said it right, but it don't, so it doesn't come off like
Oh.
Corey Strong Triathlon. It's Quay Strong, okay. You know how that'll get blown out of proportion.
It's a triathlon in the Minneapolis area. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the donation approvals? Moved by David, is there a second by Ray? Second by Ray, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Motion to approve the donation denials to the United National Indian Youth, Tribal Youth Incorporated. Moved by Ray, is there a second? Second by Dave, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, silent, motion carried. Good morning, Kim.
As we talked in the management meeting yesterday, we talked about setting a date for the distribution of per capita. We had looked at the calendar and the possible dates that it came in, and I had a history of the dates that the payments have come in and the date that we made the payments and the amounts. The only thing we could set at this time is the date, and I'm suggesting Friday, August 17th, if that's okay with the council. Because once we get that set, then we can set our, the rest of our budget dates.
Mhm. And it's all based upon when the payment's received from the state, and it looks like it usually comes in around the last week in July. However, there were 2 weeks in 2010 and 11 where it actually came in mid-August.
Yeah.
But ever since then, it's been kind of towards the end of July, so.
Yeah, there was an issue, I think, that they had with, and I think was it with Grand Portage or
think it was
something?
Grand
So they
Portage.
held both of our payments
Yeah.
until they got that resolved. And so we were in contact with the state, so we knew which, the amount by then.
Okay.
So we were able to have it ready. And so that's the biggest thing, because once we know the amount, then we can present it to the council.
Okay.
For the amount.
For the date, August 17th, 2018, which is a Friday. We have a motion to approve the per capita distribution date for that August 17th.
Move.
Moved by Brandon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trav, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Okay, then with that, this is the suggestion I have for the last part of the budget processing. On Monday, August 20th, we have a management meeting, and there we would have all our packets ready for the senior management of what, and the council of what we had. And we can put together our presentation part of it. And then there's a council meeting on September 5th that I would suggest that we have the actual presentation, and we'll have PowerPoint presentations. And each senior management will be presenting theirs.
The fiscal year for most programs starts October 1st, so that would be
Mhm.
a good time to do that.
So if you want to.
You guys okay with the September 5th? Just for the audiences, now, to let them know that this year our budget process will be done by, for our tribal members on a date selected here, where our where our directors will be presenting the budgets for their program. So if there's any questions or, we're just trying to make the audience more involved with the budgeting process and to understand what the programs are doing with the money and where it's allocated to, where maybe certain funds are being paid from for certain items, and a better understanding of our budgeting process. So that's the date that we're going to try select here today. So tribal members, band members can come in and be a part of that budget process.
And then once you set the date, we can let people know so that
Yep.
we can make arrangements that,
Ahead of time.
so people know that want to attend, so they can make, personal arrangements.
Are these going to be on one site or Nett Lake and Vermilion?
That
now.
you would, it's up to how the council wants to do
Should
it.
have one here.
Yeah, we'll have one here. Maybe if we can start with September 5th at Nett Lake and then schedule Vermilion after that.
All right, I don't know, I just picked the 5th because that was a council meeting day. I don't know which site we were at that day, that's all.
Do you
I
know,
don't remember
Wickel,
off the
what
top.
site we're at on the 5th? Okay, well, should we just say Nett Lake? Yeah,
Okay, so then on the 6th would be, you want to do it here?
Yeah,
And we're-
Okay.
here,
yeah,
Vermilion.
That's good.
Okay, all right. Do we have a motion to approve those budget dates, September 5th in Nett Lake and September 6th in Vermilion?
Move.
Moved by Ray, is there a second?
I have a question again.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kim.
Are we gonna do urban offices too, or?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably should.
I think we should. So we can set those dates
Okay.
after the 6th. We'll get together with Wendy and Jackie and set those dates and get those approved. All right, motion made by Ray to approve the September 5th and 6th dates at Nett Lake and Vermilion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried. And then we will set the urban office dates after that. Thank you, Kim. Excuse me.
Okay, last we had a request from Muriel Deegan to spend $3,350 of the LIC funds for, she has 3 quotes here. One from Washke's, one from Lundgren's, and one from Hibbing Chrysler for a minivan. And they'd like to go with the Washke's bid for the amount of $14,350. The other remaining money will be spent out of their JOM funds for the Vermilion JOM funds, and then the $3,350 is coming out of the LIC funds.
I got a question. The bids, when did they come in?
Must have been last night, because I just got these this morning.
Okay. And the Washke's, is that the one in Virginia or the one in Cook? And the reason I ask is maybe, since the floods and everything, maybe would they even be less or discounted? Would the van be a part of that, or is there any way to check into it? I think it's a good thing getting them a van, but if we can get it even more discounted.
I'm not sure.
For those that don't know, the Washke's parking lot was flooded over the past few days due to the excessive rain we've had, and so a lot of those vehicles were,
Water damage.
water damage, so we can check on that.
Dodge? They have a Dodge dealership there now in Washington?
So it's a Virginia one?
Okay,
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 so it'd be in Virginia. Okay, I'll move to approve.
yes.
I know Muriel came and talked to me about it a long time ago, and, who's gonna be the owner of that?
Have to be Bois Forte.
Would be Bois
We
Forte.
own all the vans.
I just wanna clarify.
Yeah,
Yeah, we better make that clear to, for them when they go to purchase it.
yeah. Okay, we have a motion made by Brandon to approve Washke's for the van for the Vermilion LIEC,
Second.
seconded by Ray. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Yeah, that is all I had.
Okay, motion to adjourn,
Move.
moved by Travis, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Brandon, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Yeah, the second part of the bid, I do see it does say Virginia. Washke's here.